everyone, thanks so much for joining me for a flip through of my previous December daily albums. So I've been doing this project now for the last 8 years, and I realised the other day that I've only ever posted one flip through of my album, which was from 2016 on my channel, so thought it might be a good idea to share the rest of them with you. So here goes. So this is my 2023 album. So this was the 10x8 album from Ali Edwards that I actually cut down and made it into a 6x8 because I didn't want to do a 10x8, but I really liked the pattern on the cover. So converting it was actually relatively easy. All I did was kind of like peel the outside covers off and trim the chipboard underneath and then stick them back down. So it's not perfect. There's a couple of little bits where it's a little bit rough on the edges here, and there's some paw prints from my cat, but I'm perfectly happy with it. Don't have any issue with it not being 100%. I would absolutely 100% do it again. Not decided what size I'm doing for 2024 yet. I think I'm going with a 10x8, but not too sure. But yeah, so that was it. It was 10x8 cut down to 6x8. So for my opening page, I've got one of the old acetates, not too sure what year that was from, but it was an Ali Edwards one. And then I've made a flip up to put my reason why underneath just here. It's got one of the die cuts from the 2023 kits. These numbers are actually a die from scrapbook.com. It cuts out the inside and then leaves the little outline, but you can also use the middle obviously as well. It's quite good to sort of like change over the inside for a different colour, and then I've just backed that on acetate just to make it a little bit more sturdy, and then put a December from Ellie's Studio die cuts on there. But yeah, quite simple on that one. I've doubled the pom-pom trim on the outside, so it's got one strip on here and another strip on the other side just to make it a little bit more full. And then I've got the calendar from the Ellie's Studio release for 2023. This is a printable from In a Creative Bubble. I think I recoloured this. I'm not 100% sure, but I recoloured it to make it the exact same colour as the album. Either that or it came in the exact same colour of the album and it was just a really good coincidence. But yeah, so that's one of those. I resized it to make it a 6x8, or actually I think it's 7 by 8 1/4. I think the outside the page protector size is, not too sure on that, but it's outside the page protector size anyway. So yeah, that's that one, just a filler. So for the 1st of December, my story was about our mini cruise to Amsterdam. We actually left in November and came back, I think it was the 2nd, but it made a good first story anyway, something a bit different. So I've got the journaling on this. This is a 3x8, or no, Traveller's Notebook size journaling card from In a Creative Bubble. I've got 3 little square photos on that, just extended it out and cut it that size so that I could fit them on there. This is one of the felt numbers from Ali Edwards from a few years back, the black ones. And then I've just layered that over it's kind of a snowy print acetate, which was quite good. It wasn't planned that way, but it did actually snow on the day we came back. So quite a good match. But yeah, that's that one. And then I just literally put some boxes and some of the plastic, well, these are the digital version of the plastic numbers from last year. Put those into that little bit and put the few stories from there. Can't remember where that is. I feel like it might have been a Paisley Press stamp, maybe from a travel kit or something, or it might have been a template. So pictures from Amsterdam and some pictures from what we ate on the actual cruise ship and stuff like that. So this is the day we got back to Newcastle and it had snowed a lot. It's really rare that we actually get snow in December, especially of any kind of quantity as well. So the fact that we had the snow when we got back was great. So that definitely made it into a story. This is one of the plastic, no it's not, it's one of the cardboard circles from the die cut kit. All I did was kind of in Photoshop put a circle that there was the size to fit inside of the little words and do the journaling on there. These are some of the plastic circles from a few years back. And these are the wooden, I nearly called them hearts then. Wooden stars from last year's add-ons. So day 3, we've got another one of the scrapbook.com numbers. I've just done the black outline and then filled it in the green. So this was intended to be a currently page basically, but I didn't do it at the time. And by the time I came to finish my album, I completely forgot. But I'd already stuck the picture on the back, so that will just be staying as it is. If ever I happen to remember what we were watching in December 2023, it will go on there, but if not, I'm not bothered. So day 4 was our annual trip to London. We do go to London quite often throughout the year, especially because I work out of there sometimes. But we make a point of taking the girls every December, normally the first weekend in December. Doesn't always make it into the album for the actual date, but the point is it's always at the beginning of December anyway. So this is another one of the die cuts. This is just a picture from Covent Garden. It's the Christmas tree there. And then I've seen quite a few people that ended up in London take this picture, especially because of the Nutcracker theme that was in the 2023 kits. So I've got the girls next to a picture, next to one of the Nutcrackers, made that into a little pocket stuck on acetate and just slid in. Oh, they're in a bit tight. So this bit here, just coming back, was actually a pocket. It was stuck down to this level here so that the cards didn't go all the way down. And then these two were slid inside, so it just stayed up to the point of where you could see it's the merry season. However, my mum flicked through this album at the weekend and she's obviously shoved them in the pocket so hard that they'd stuck to the actual tape on this bit just here. So I've just had to peel that up. And it's kind of ripped it and ruined the little bit of the picture at the bottom, but I'll probably just put some washi tape. I'm not going to redo the whole thing. This album is done. So, but yeah, so I just got a couple of photographs and tag with some journaling and a little sentiment on there that did sit in a little pocket just here on the acetate, but I will fix that afterwards. So on the back, we've just got another picture. This is also from Covent Garden. That's somewhere where we tend to go every time we go because the kids love it. So, well, they're not really kids anymore. They're teenagers. So yeah, they really like it there anyway. Day 5, we've got the 5 senses of Christmas. So this is one that I actually had planned for ages before December came around. And it ended up being one of the things that held me up with the album the most and took the longest, really. So we've got December looks like and smells like, and then on the other side we've got sounds like, feels like, tastes like. My intention was to take a load of pictures to put in the little squares and then fill some of the gaps with embellishments. Didn't always happen that way. So this is an actual picture, and then we've got like stock pictures of Amazon boxes and lights. This is a candle that's in our house, but it's a stock picture of the candle. There are our cushions. That's a picture from London from a few years back. The celebrations were actually in our house, and the Pret cup was definitely in front of our tree, but everything else is a stock photo. And then I've just filled it with embellishments. But yeah, fun idea, but a lot of work on that one. So day 6 is about not baking. So for a few of my previous albums, I've got stories of baking where it's basically been a disaster. The kids have been too young. We've done gingerbread houses that have collapsed, cookies that have been burnt. So yeah, the kind of the disastrous side of baking. So this year, or rather last year, we decided to do a story about, well, I decided to do a story about us not baking. So we did pictures of cupcakes. So these are from Lola's Cupcakes in London. This is another one of the Lola's Cupcakes that I think we brought home. And then I've got a flip up with some of the little cookie cupcakes from Millie's, and then the journaling just here. So yeah, just a story about embracing not baking and just taking advantage of all of the lovely treats that were available elsewhere. Day 7, really simple story about our Advent bags. I do Advent bags for the girls every year. You'll see them in some of the previous albums as well in different iterations. I try and sort of change it up every year for them. But yeah, really simple one there. Day 8, I did this in advance of December, just cut out, I think it was 3 different layers on my silhouette and then embossed the top one and piled them up together to make my own chipboard, really. It's, actually, that was like 4 layers. Yeah, and then just put the sprigs on there as well. They were die cuts as well. I think the vellum was from the Ali Edwards specialty paper pack. So yeah, the story for day 8 is about the cyclamen that I grew, or rather didn't grow, outside of our back door. They never made it out of the pots. They lived for quite a while, but then we found out that they weren't good for cats because a couple of our cats came in drooling excessively, and we were like, okay, what's wrong with them? And found out that cyclamen are actually poisonous to cats. So the story saying that they'll maybe make it into the ground next year will not happen because we just won't have them next year, or ever again, in fact. Day 9 was going to a concert. It was just a little concert locally about a band that they're not huge. They're not like in the charts or anything like that. Not that I would know who's in the charts nowadays, but yeah, it's a band that I've followed for years, really. And story about the other concerts that we've been to throughout the year as well. So it's always a good time to sort of like add in things that have happened throughout the year. If you've got a story that's kind of relevant in December, but you can so sorry, that was one of my cats knocking something off the chair. Yeah, as I was saying, if you can link it back to things that have happened in the rest of the year, it's always good to kind of reflect. Day 10, got one of the felt pockets from the main kit a few years back. We'd got kittens in December that went to all of their homes on, I think it was about the 20th that they went. But yeah, it was very fun and very chaotic we actually had 9. It was a huge litter. So yeah, 9 kittens and a Christmas tree was just chaos. So I've got the little card that goes in with a picture of one of the kittens on the back there, tied with a bow with the ribbon, and then on the back we've got another picture of them, and then a picture of a couple of them under the tree dragging all of the lights off. Day 11, got the story of my eldest daughter choosing her GCSEs, just with a picture of her there in the garden centre. And then day 12 was a bar humbug story about my oven breaking. So it actually broke in 2017 as well, but that was on Christmas Day. So the fact that this broke a couple of weeks before Christmas was not ideal, because obviously money, but yeah, it was better because obviously we had time to get a new one in time for Christmas. So yeah, bar humbug, but I'd rather it happen then than Christmas Day. Day 13 is just the poster from Wonka because we went to see that. Day 14, I've got the tree insert just here with one of the little tags on there, not tags, tabs even, tab stickers. Backed it with, I think that was actually a card from the kids kit a few years ago, digital kids kit. I just resized it to make it fit onto the back of the tree die cut, and then added a couple of things onto there, including the number. I've got a full page photo, or almost full page photo, and a vellum tag with the journaling on that, which is just stapled on with some ribbon as well. Day 15, or rather story 15, this happened over the 15th and 16th. We went to York for a couple of days, went to see the market, the shambles, the unofficial Harry Potter shop. But yeah, that was great. Got a few pictures from there, pictures from dinner. One of the die cut inserts again, it's quite a golden picture, so it got the carousel in the background, and I thought it might be nice to sort of like really like lean into the gold and put that over the top of that one. It also does a really good job of like covering our faces. Not that that needs to be done, but it kind of gives a bit of separation between the previous page. So that's that one. I've not done anything on the back there, I'm not bothered about that. One of the plastic hearts from a few years back. Day 16, we've got family pictures. So this is my husband's brother who lives in Spain, so he comes over couple of times a year, and he actually came and spent 3 weeks with us over Christmas last year. So that was one of the days out where we went just to our local pub for a drink. Actually, we went for lunch, it was lovely. Day 17, oh, this number on here before I move on is from the Ellie's Studio release from last year. They're actually really lovely, solid chipboard numbers, really proper white, and then they've got red foiling outline, so love those ones. I think I did that on day 10 as well on the kitten thing. Day 17, we've got around the house, so just a few of the decorations, the food. That picture's already on the day 5 one as well, but I'm not bothered about the repeat. We redid the flooring in our hallway, so that was the chaos of that being done. And then the girls doing their own gingerbread houses. Luckily, they're old enough to handle all of that on their own now, including the clean-up, so not my problem when they collapse now. So day 18 is the story of our pets. So we've got 2 dogs, and we had at the time 4 cats. We've now got 5 cats, but yeah, so we've got pictures of the dogs and pictures of each of the cats. We've got Mabel, Wilma, Theo and Hazel. Then we've got a couple more pictures on the back and a picture of the toys that they had. So yeah, just a simple one, no need for any journaling on that. There's a pet story in my album every year in some form or of another, but yeah, didn't need any journaling to go with that one. But day 19, I've had to cover some faces up here because these are the people that I work with. I'm sure they probably don't want to be on YouTube. But yeah, this is Birmingham, this is our works. It was kind of like a works meeting, and then we had a night out on that night. So this is the hotel that we stayed in. This was the Bull in the train station. And then I've got a picture of all of us up with the journaling on that one. Day 20, just a really simple one. My husband's aunt came up for the weekend, or for a couple of days anyway. So that was just the meal that we went out for, Indian meal that was absolutely amazing. So just took a picture of the food there. 21 was the cross stitch that I started. Knew that I wouldn't finish it while it was in the run up to Christmas. Not bothered by that at all. I'll just do it over the next however many years it takes me to do it. So I've got a Halloween one that's on the go as well. So that one will be coming out again soon. But yeah, so that's as far as I got last year with that one. Just the story of that on the back. Day 22 was wrapping paper, so I just layered up a couple of die cut numbers on here to make them seem like chipboard. This was the half circle die cut from the Ali Edwards pack from last year. So I did a circular photograph and cut it in half and just put him on there. A couple of Ali Studio tiny word stickers. They're not that tiny actually, they're quite big. But yeah, and a few tabs, and then another present on the back that's wrapped up. 23, really quick one, just one picture, tiny little bit journaling about us going to the Panthers ice hockey game. I absolutely chucked it down and they lost, so not the best night, but we had fun anyway. 24, back of that. I don't do huge Elf on the Shelf stories anymore because the girls are 12 and 14, so yeah, they're not into the elf that much anymore. 25, got two of the felt number stickers, not stickers, just felt numbers. Group picture of everyone on Christmas Day, another filler one there, and then just the story and pictures of the presents, details of the presents that both the girls got, or some of the presents anyway, and a before and after picture just here. Another one just with the food and pictures from the evening. 26, just a really simple one. I cook on Boxing Day rather than Christmas Day, so it was a picture of our Christmas dinner and my fluffy socks that I got in my Secret Santa, and then this card from the specialty card pack saying "and to all a good night." So yeah, that was 2023. Hope you enjoyed that. If you did, there's a playlist that I'm going to have all of my albums linked through. I'm going to do a flip through of all of them hopefully today, so yeah, make sure to check that out. And if you're not subscribed and you like what you see, feel free to click that subscribe button. So thanks very much for joining me, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.